A very good and blessed morning to all of you. I see many past presidents in the audience, delegates, members of the local management associations, and our very, very special guest for this morning, Sister Shivani. It's indeed a great pleasure for me personally, and I feel blessed to welcome you all to this very special edition of the National Leadership Conclave, organized and hosted by All India Management Association. And this is a very special edition. This is the 10th in its series. So congratulations to AIMA, congratulations to all of you for having actively participated. And I see many faces which have done so regularly year after year and supported this unique initiative of AIMA. Each year, I believe this conclave serves as a vibrant platform for reflection, dialogue, and direction, bringing together India's finest minds across industry, government, and thought leadership. Over the past decade, since the conclave was established, this conclave has become a trusted space for envisioning India's economic and leadership future, aligned with AIMA's own mission to empower individuals and organizations to realize their true potential. We are delighted to have this edition chaired by my friend, Mr. Sunil Khan Munjal, past president of AIMA and chairman, Hero Enterprises, whose blend of enterprise, wisdom, and generosity has long enriched and benefited AIMA. During my tenure as AIMA president, which was in the year 2022-23, I personally benefited greatly from Mr. Munjal's wise counsel, mentoring, and inclusive style, his unique ability to inspire by example. I would also like to thank the current leadership of AIMA, led by its very able and dynamic president, Ms. Sunita Reddy, MD of Apollo Hospitals, whose visionary leadership keeps AIMA growing and relevant in these very volatile and dynamic times. Her unique focus on innovation and inclusive growth echoes the spirit of today's theme and also this very session. This conclave, friends, is not just about big ideas. It's about collective growth, national responsibility, and clarity of vision, thought, and purpose. And that's why it's both humbling and personally inspiring for me to have voices like our first guest with us today. On behalf of AIMA, myself, I'd like to warmly welcome our special guest, Sister Shivani, to this morning session of 10th National Leadership Conclave organized by AIMA. Sister Shivani, it's both a privilege and blessing to begin this significant gathering with a voice that has over the years gently yet powerfully guided millions towards inner clarity, balance, and purpose of life. Sister Shivani's presence resonates. I told her this morning before we started the session, by seeing her itself, you have a very calm feeling. And she's the one who resonates with calm, clarity, and wisdom. This session, particular session, and I think we are really blessed to have started with Sister Shivani, awakening the spirit of Bharat, leadership for a new era, is deeply personal, not just as a business leader, but as a citizen of the country whose strength lies not just in innovation and scale, but in its spirit, a spirit rooted in seva, sanskars, and spiritual wisdom. In our own very hustles of boardrooms and business models, we sometimes clearly forget that the true transformation begins within, as Sister Shivani says. In this new era, where social media changes perception, AI drives change, and disruption today is the norm, particularly after what has been happening worldwide these days. What we need, even more than ever, is a deeper anchor, our own inner intelligence. Sister Shivani, your teachings remind us that leadership is not only about control, but about connection with others, with yourselves, and with a higher purpose. I look forward over the next 45-50 minutes of how this inner transformation can power outer excellence, and how we as leaders can contribute not just to the growth of India's GDP, but also its GIP, which is gross inner peace. Let us reflect on what it truly means to lead Bharat, in Bharat, for Bharat, and with the spirit of Bharat. With these words, it's my great privilege and I feel truly blessed to invite Sister Shivani to address us all. Thank you.
Om Shanti. Let's sit straight. Take 3 deep breaths. It's easy if we don't look at the screens. Ideally, we should switch them off. But a little practice that even if they are on, we don't look at the screen. Possible? Possible? Yes. Just relax your body and bring your attention to the center of the forehead. It's here, where we apply the tilak, which is called the third eye of wisdom. It's the seat of the soul, the being which creates every thought, takes every decision, and brings it into action. So just a 1-minute exercise. And this 1-minute exercise you can do daily, you can do many times in a day. I do it every hour, and this can create a shift because this 1-minute exercise builds up emotional fitness. So just sit relaxed, bring your attention to the center of the forehead, and you can keep your eyes open and gently visualize a point of light in the center of the forehead. And what I will share, you don't just listen, you repeat it to yourself in your thoughts, which means you create the thought of what you hear. Seeing either being in the center of the forehead, now we gently repeat, I am a powerful being. Each one of us will say it, reminding ourselves, I am a powerful being. I am calm and stable always. I am calm and stable always. I'm always light and happy. I'm always light and happy. I am the power which empowers people. I am the power which empowers people. Intuition is the basis of my every decision. Intuition is the basis of my every decision. My mind and body is perfect and healthy always. My mind and body is perfect and healthy always. I accept everyone and everyone accepts me. I accept everyone, everyone accepts me. Success is certain for me. I am the creator of Swarnim Bharat. I am the creator of Swarnim Bharat. Om Shanti. Is that easy to do? Yes? Is that easy to do? I'm standing here, don't look at the screen. Let's look here. This is one thing we have to stop, because we've got so much into the habit that even sitting at home with family sitting across us, we're looking down and looking at screens. And 2025 will have to be the year of this digital de-addiction. Because if we don't do it now, we're probably too late. We're already late, but it will be too late. Can we do that? 2025, year of digital de-addiction. Yes, how many can do that? Simple steps to do that. One, when you reach home in the evening, anyways, I don't think most of you reach very early, but let's say it's 7, 8. After 8 p.m., convert your mobile into a landline. We are the last generation who remembers there was a wire wala phone. Remember? Wire wala phone, which used to be in one corner of the house. We use the phone, but we just go there, pick it up, talk, and put it back. Is that simple to do? Just for 2-3 hours of the evening, convert your mobile into a landline. You're still using the phone, but you are with family. You are with yourself. And if one of the family starts doing this, very soon the others will join. And that will be the first step of creating powerful minds, healthy body, and most important, very deep, beautiful relationships. Second step, for deep sleep. Because unless I experience deep sleep, and it's possible to experience deep sleep in less number of hours. Today most of us are sleeping long and yet not deep. How many of us have this beautiful ability to be able to doze off anytime, anywhere? I mean, on a flight, in the car. Anyone has this beautiful ability to doze off anywhere? एक बार हाथ उठा लो अच्छे से. हाँ. और 1 minute, just have a look around and see how many of us have this beautiful ability. And sometimes I ask the person sitting next to me on a flight, I say, आप सोए नहीं कल रात को क्या? So he said, of course. I said, you're sleeping right from the time of takeoff to the time we've landed. He said, oh, I can sleep anytime, anywhere. And that's a sign, sleep deprived. Sleep deprived. If after a full good sleep at night, I can still go off to sleep anytime, anywhere, is a sign I'm sleep deprived. Because we are sleeping long, but we are not sleeping deep. And today the healthcare industry is telling us sleep 8 hours, sleep 9 hours. I don't remember I've ever slept for the last 25 years more than 6 hours. 5.5. Maximum 6. That hardly ever happens 6. We don't need to sleep so much. We are sleeping more because we are not sleeping right. So it's not sleep long, it's sleep right. And what is a simple step to sleep right? Once we are back home in the evening, we need to disconnect from work. You are leaders here of organizations. If you really care for your people, if you really care for the children of Bharat, and if you really want to see what's the next generation that's going to come to you after a couple of years, then it's our moral responsibility right now to send happy parents home. Yes? Yes? Anyone you talk to, they use only one word, work stress, work stress, work stress. This will become like it's a tagline everybody is carrying, work stress. And who's getting affected the most? Not those who are creating work stress, but the children of those who are creating the work stress. So for the last 2 decades, we made stress a status symbol. I am stressed, you are stressed, we are stressed, we are all stressed, stress is normal. But you know, the children of today, they are not using this word stress. It's old-fashioned for them. They are saying, I'm depressed. Not depression as an illness, but depressed as a word, because they're saying stress to kam hota hai. I'm depressed. And of course, we all know the figures of depression, anxiety, panic attack, extremely high. 2024, on an average, every month, I have met at least 2 parents whose children decided not to live. And there was no situation, no crisis, no tragedy. A few years earlier, we would meet 1 in a year. Met 2 every month. And for most of us, it's just a piece of news. हाँ अच्छा, उनके घर में कोई problem होगी. नहीं, उनके घर में कोई problem नहीं थी. It's just that the minds of the children are not getting strengthened, because both the parents are coming home late in the evening. There's no elderly in most families, the grandparents, and these 2 parents coming home are not just coming home physically tired, they're coming home emotionally fatigued. And they're actually competing with each other that who's more fatigued. trying to say, don't talk to me about anything because my emotional resilience is already very low. And these two parents are radiating that vibration of low energy to their children, right from the womb of the mother. And so is this going to be the generation who then comes to your organization to work? Will they really be able to become leaders in an organization when they are on anti-anxiety medicine before a school exam? Where they cannot take one rejection, will they be able to handle ups and downs of corporate life? So we cannot think about it then, we'll have to think about it now. So if you really care for Bharat, if you really care for the children of Bharat, then you will have to start caring for your people. And a very simple step for that is, once they leave from office, it's close time. It's close. Just like we used to be when we did not have these phones, laptops and internet. Work still went on. Work still went on. But today, we are never disconnected. Even if you wake up in the middle of the night, aap phone dekh lete hain. And if I'm working till I go to sleep, and I check my emails and I check my messages and I read this and I talk some business call and then I go to sleep, then only the body sleeps, mind doesn't sleep. I've given the mind so much work to do before going to sleep. And then if I wake up at 2 or 3 for a glass of water, I still check the emails and the messages, and so the remaining 3 hours I give my mind another work to do before. And that's why you see when you wake up in the morning, you will suddenly have an answer to some question on your mind, because your mind worked during the night to get that answer. Because you gave it that problem, that issue, that question before going to sleep. So how can it sleep? And that is the reason we don't have deep sleep. And that is the reason of rising mental health issues. Can we start being kinder to ourselves? Yes. Yes, no, not possible. Possible. Yes or no? किस किस को लगता है ये हो सकता है? ये बहुत आसान है. But if we do it together, the decision will become easier. Because if one does it, then everybody else looks at them. ऐसे कैसे होगा? ये थोड़ी काम चल सकता है? No. We all want to do it together. Now imagine 2 parents going home, even if they reach by 7, 8, but the rest of the 2 hours they are at home. Their minds will get relaxed, their body will start feeling better, their children will get better energy, they will sleep deep, they will wake up early, they will have a little time to exercise, to meditate, strengthen themselves, and they will come to your organization with this energy. And do you think that disconnecting for a couple of hours at night, what will it do to the productivity of the organization? Is it going to go like this or like this? Kya hoga? Stressed people are creating miracles. What do you think happy people will create? What will happy people create? What will happy, healthy people create? What will happy, healthy people with relationships in harmony create? Bigger miracles. Then why only and only profit and success? Why not happiness, health, harmony, and then success? Swarnim Bharat cannot get created with high figures of depression, high figures of cancer, high figures of heart attack. Ask the cardiologists, they'll tell you, children between the age of 18 to 25 are coming with heart attacks to them. And the answer is only one. What's the cause? Stress. So if stress can lead us to death, and we are saying stress is normal, and all this is only wrong lifestyle, and right sleep cycle is the first step of a right lifestyle. Do you think today, 10th year, let's take a promise. Let's give this gift to them. Let them start creating happiness and health. Let them not come early morning to work in a fatigued manner. I live in Gurgaon. I drive up the Delhi-Gurgaon expressway. You know, earlier, the morning faces and the evening faces used to be different. Because my work is only to look at faces. I just keep looking at faces and I know where the world is heading. And now, morning and evening looks both the same, dozing off both the times. Fatigued. This is not success. We were not working so hard for this. So now, once for the final time, are we ready to allow our people to disconnect and say, "Hum kal subah milenge"? You don't need to answer emails, you don't need to answer messages. If it's a crisis, somebody will call you. And crisis happens very rarely. Now, आप हाथ ऊपर कर लो तो फोटो खींच लेते हैं आप सबकी. कर लें, कर लें, कर लें, कर लें, कर लें, कर लें. It's not that difficult. It's not that difficult. I was once doing a program at the Motilal Oswal Investment Company, and there were about 1,000 people there. And we shared 8 o'clock disconnect from work, and they said, nahi, this is not possible. But Motilal ji was sitting in the front, and he just stood up and he said, okay, done. Only one word, okay, done. And everybody like, sir, this is not possible, that country market, this country market, everything. He just turned like this and he looked at them and he said, we are doing it, is final. How we will do it, we'll talk about it later on. Finished. That is leadership quality. And what he did after that was very interesting. Within a month, 17,000 people were disconnected from the server. Even if they wanted to, they couldn't log in. And the swipe card that they have to swipe when they exit. Exit time is 6 o'clock and swipe time is between 5:45 to 6:15. Closed. And then there was some press reporter who asked him, so then what about the organization? He said, my business is that I cannot tell you whether it went this way or that way. But I'm just happy that their family is happy. And I'm sure they'll do better work. It's very simple. But this thing has to begin first with, we're not going to do it for them. We'll do it first for ourselves. Second step is first thing in the morning. We can't just wake up and first look at the phone and see what's all happening in the world. The subconscious mind is open in the morning. And do we want to put into it what's happening in the world, what's happening here? No, it's the time to energize the self. If anyone is still going to continue saying, I don't have time for myself, we're only cheating ourselves. We're only cheating ourselves. So promise at least 30 minutes, if not 60 minutes, at least 30 minutes you promise for yourself for every morning. That 30 minutes, I'm not going to consume the world information first thing in the morning. The mind is like a blotting paper. It just absorbs everything. And after that, if I sit for meditation or my puja or prarthana, nothing will work because the mind will only go here and there. So first 30 minutes, used for inner reflection, used for meditation, used for prayer, used for yoga, not just physical. Only physical is not going to be enough now. We have to strengthen the mind and used to consume at least 15 minutes, at least 15 minutes of high energy content. A content which is full of empathy, acceptance, forgiveness, respect, unity, letting go, content. Because what we consume is who we become. What we consume is who we become. Content is emotional diet. And in a world where we're consuming a lot of other content, we need to consciously consume at least 15 minutes of high vibrational content first thing in the morning. Is it easy to do these two things? Very simple. Now once you've done these two things and you go out into the day, now we're going to go out into the day as a leader. Leader not just because of my role and position, but leader in terms of quality. And leader in terms of sanskar would mean compassion, empathy, humility. We know the list of the quality, but how to bring it into action. So the first step by which we want to finish mental health issues in the country, we will need to become emotionally healthy. Can we do a little exercise? Can I request you to put both your hands out like this? And I'll just say out a few sanskars, which means a few emotions. If they are healthy, put them on your right hand side and just say right. And if you believe that they are uncomfortable, put them on your left hand side and just say left. Okay? But you'll have to say it out so we know where we are heading. Stress, left or right? अच्छे से बोलना है. Stress, left or right? Happiness, anger, compassion, irritation, impatience, calm and stability, criticism, blessings, comparison, self-respect, ego, opposite of ego. No, not opposite of left, opposite of ego. Opposite of ego, Opposite of ego? Humility. Humility. Competition? Competition? Yeah, like healthy stress, now healthy competition also, hai na? The need of the hour is cooperation, sahyog ki shakti, taking everyone together. And if you take others together, you will go ahead in that capacity which you had never thought that would be possible. Never. Attachment? Anything that causes discomfort, anything that causes hurt, pain is left. Attachment? Opposite, love. We mix the two words. Now, so left hand is lower emotions, which means disturbing emotions. What these disturbing emotions will do, it will lower my vibrational, it will lower my emotional health. And right hand is obviously the opposite. Complain? Right? Gratitude. Create a list, because most of us in the world are calling the left hand side normal, and because we are calling them normal, we are living through those sanskars, and that is why the emotional health is getting affected, and that then radiates into mental health issue or physical health issue or relationship issue, and most important, environmental issue. Today we are all concerned about the planet. We are having conferences of how to take care of the planet. We need to remember the law. The law is sankalp se srishti banti hai. Our thoughts create our world. The air, the water, the flora, the fauna, it absorbs our vibrations. And we are radiating fear, anger, stress, aggression, comparison, competition. Prakriti ne apna uthal puthal dikhana shuru kar diya hai. So if we want nature to be in harmony with us, we will have to start living through our actual nature, and our actual nature is the right hand side. But how do I live through the right hand side in a world where situations are not always my way? So the one step that we need to start from today is shifting from emotional dependence to becoming emotionally independent. Atmanirbhar Bharat. Before we create an Atmanirbhar Bharat, we will need to create an Atmanirbhar I have to be self-reliant. Atmanirbhar means main Atma Nirbhar on the self. How many of you react and get angry sometimes? Acha, and if that happened this morning or yesterday, who was the cause of the anger? Who was the cause of the anger? And that time aapne bola tha, me myself. If someone had to come and ask you, why are you so angry? So they did this, he did this, she did this. So everything on the left hand side and also on the right hand side, we've got into the habit of saying, I'm upset because of, I'm worried because of, I'm angry because of, why are you so happy today? Because of. So this is a world we created where we said every thought I create, every feeling I create, every emotion I create is because of the outer world. So we made the inner world of thoughts, emotions dependent on the outer world of situations, people's behavior, health of the body and prakriti, nature. And the outer world is now uncertain. And if I'm going to make the inner world dependent on an uncertain outer world, then it is certain that the inner world cannot be stable and happy. So it was always needed, but now more than ever before, if I have to face and cross this uncertain world, I will have to create a certain world inside. Simple step. Here comes it again, left and right. Put the situation on your left hand side, or put a person's behavior on your left hand side and put your mind on the right hand side. Okay? They did wrong, they have the power to do that. They can cheat me, they can betray me, they can humiliate, they can abuse, they can talk behind my back, they can go and write about me in media, they can do this every single day. That is their power. Now just check, do they have the power to enter my mind and to disturb my mind? Can anyone enter here and disturb your mind? For example, I'm standing here, I can shout at you, I can scream, I can speak wrong about you, it can get recorded on camera, it can go on YouTube right away, I can talk ill about you in front of 500 people. That's the power I have right now. But do I have the power to go there, enter into your mind and create those disturbing thoughts? Do I have the power? इतना difficult question नहीं है, बहुत easy. Can I just put the finger here and just see? This person can be here and do all the wrong in the world. But does this person have the power to enter here and disturb my mind? Can anyone enter there? Leave alone the world. Can your spouse, can your children enter here and disturb your mind? Hanji? Hanji? If I allow. Who said if I allow? अच्छा, आप एक सेकंड खड़े हो जाएंगे प्लीज. हाँ. Now suppose you have to allow. Allow me to enter into your mind and disturb you. Allow, now let's see how it works. Just allow. See, we have to understand what the line means. If I allow doesn't mean you can allow the other person. What we are saying is, no, we don't need a mic. We don't need a mic. Better. What we are saying is, if I allow my mind to create those thoughts which get disturbed, right? Am I right with the line? So you're not allowing me to enter the mind, you are allowing yourself to creating the disturbing thoughts. So who creates the disturbance? Please put the finger there. Who creates the disturbance? We don't need to see who's entering, who's sitting. Don't allow your mind to go there where it's not needed. Who creates the disturbance? Rakhe, put the finger there. Who creates the disturbance? Myself. तो यहाँ रखें. यहाँ रखें and इस visual को हमेशा के लिए याद रखें. They did wrong, I created the anger. They did wrong, I created the hurt. They didn't finish their work, I created the irritation. They were making it delayed, I created the impatience. They created magic, I created the happiness. I am the creator of my every thought, feeling and emotion. This is the truth. But the last few decades we are saying they, and we are making this inner world completely dependent on the outer world, and that is the reason the inner world is also going roller coaster. Outer world is roller coaster, inner world is not roller coaster. Inner world is stable. Then that means if I start taking the remote control of my mind in my hand because it is in my control, can I start responding differently to situations? Yes, can I start responding differently to situations? Let's do a second gift to our organization. Let's make our organization no anger zone. No smoking zone कर दिया, no plastic zone भी हम में से बहुतों ने कर दिया. Now let's make the organization a no anger zone. Automatically humility, compassion, empathy and acceptance will start radiating in the organization. Why react? Why irritated? Why allow? We just have to do it. And who will benefit? Not the receiver of the aggression. It is the creator of the aggression who is going to benefit first. So if I want to sail through these coming times, if I want to be a leader who will just sit in silence and say, this is right, because the intuition will work, that leader will need to have this conscious layer of the mind very silent throughout the day. But irritated here, angry here, worried here, hurt here, this mind is going to always be fluctuating. And even if the answer is right in front of you, you will only use logic, not your intuition, because you're not silencing your mind. And leave alone what impact it's having on the body. How many of us know somebody who in this 2024-25 left suddenly? Sab theek tha, sab badhiya tha, left suddenly. And the cause was here. And now ask the doctor, what's the cause? They say stress. So now it's not just taking us towards disease, it's taking us up to death. तो फिर इतनी मेहनत करने का फायदा ही क्या हुआ? So let's do this from today. It's very simple. Situations will not always be our way. Just remember, I am the creator of my response in my thoughts, words, and behavior. My mansa, vacha, karmana, I am the creator of my response. And once you start doing that, you will start shifting from the left hand reaction to the right hand emotion. And when one person shifts from the left hand to the right hand, your vibrations radiate to people around you at home, at work. They will start shifting from the left hand to the right hand. Vibrations will radiate into the country. The country will shift from the left hand to the right hand, and that is the only way the country will be shifting towards Swarnim Bharat. And the world is looking towards Bharat, because Bharat has the tools to take care of the emotional health, because Bharat's tools are based on spiritual principles. And so the need of the hour is not just technical leadership, economic leadership. The need of the hour is a spiritual leadership. A leader who's always calm, a leader who's always empathetic, a leader who understands the pain of the other person, and a leader who leads through intuition, and a leader who's ready to stand on the right all alone, even if no one is on that side. Bilkul akele. That leader will have the power to empower others. Ab ki jo leadership hai, if you have to motivate your team, your people, it's not going to be possible with words and presentations. That era is over, because the mind is not calm and stable. Words and presentations has no impact. Sunte hain, अच्छा लगता है, थोड़ी देर के बाद back to the same. It will only happen when you are that powerful, that you're radiating that power to empower them. We are responsible for the state of the children today. So we have to change the leadership at work. Then every individual will change and every parent will change. So those few thoughts that we wrote in the beginning, which we created in the beginning, if we could just write it down. Because there's a second law, sankalp se siddhi hoti hai. These two laws we have to live by it. Sankalp se srishti hoti hai and sankalp se siddhi hoti hai. Sankalp se siddhi matlab any thought that I create and I repeat will become my reality. You can create magic with that. Magic in your mind, magic in your body, magic in your relationship, magic at work, magic in the world. Just create that thought which you want should be the reality, not create the thought which is the current reality. We were just walking in and I met a very sweet sister and she said, I'm very hyper. And someone else who was standing next to us said, she's very hyper. Now if I keep saying I'm hyper, other people keep saying I'm hyper, family at home keeps saying I'm hyper, then sankalp se siddhi. Hyper is the only thing I will be, and it will only increase. And so we see, look at the lines which we said in the beginning, I am calm, I am stable, I am always happy, I am light, I am the power which empowers people. Because the future of Bharat is not like this. The future of Bharat is this. Adi Sanatan Devi Devta Dharam. Not a religion, a civilization of givers. हाथ कैसे होते हैं उनके हमेशा? देवी देवता के हाथ कैसे होते हैं? ऐसे, ऐसे, 2 हाथ, 4 हाथ, 8 हाथ. Hand is always of a giver. And giver doesn't mean physically or financially. Giver means emotionally always giving. Always giving. Not I want fame, name, respect, love, understanding. No, I just give. And so those affirmations, those sankalp that we did in the beginning, just repeat them in the night before going to sleep. Just repeat them in the morning, first thing when you wake up. Just repeat them a couple of times during the day. And most important, repeat them before your meal and water. Bharat has 2 very powerful laws. 1, Jaisa Ann, Vaisa. Does anybody else in the world say that? Jaisa Ann, Vaisa Man? Nobody. Everybody is just talking about food for the body. It is Jaisa Ann, Vaisa Man, Jaisa Man, Vaisa Tan, Jaisa Dhan, Vaisa Ann. So the order is very clear. It is Dhan, say Ann, say Man, से तन, और जब ये चार ठीक होंगे तो जन, relationships. So what wealth is not about how much I create, it is how I create what I create. It is the vibration of the wealth which creates destiny, not the amount of the wealth. So dhan has to be right. Highest principles, we don't need to talk anymore about ethics in business. It's a natural way of being, should be our culture. And that is why when we care for our people, we are earning wealth with compassion. Wealth is not just to be ethical. Most of us are very ethical, but we have to be compassionate, caring, think about people first before our. So that is the highest energy, dhan, that is coming home. Then an. Each time you begin a meal, first criteria, phone and TV off. जैसा अन्न होगा वैसा मन होगा. So you cannot eat your अन्न in a scattered, disturbed state of mind. You cannot have your अन्न having a work conversation over a table in a meeting or a party. We know it had to begin with silence. We had to take a 10-second pause, connect to the highest power, and just say to the food, I'm powerful, I'm happy, I'm healthy. Just 3-4 lines. And जैसा पानी वैसी वाणी. लोग पूछते हैं ना कौन से शहर का पानी पीते हो? So कौन से शहर का पानी पीते हो means what is the vibration of the water you drink? It depends on the vibration of the city where I live. So never drink water like this. You're drinking water here in Delhi city, stress, fear, anger, left hand. Just take your glass of water, take a 2-second pause, look at the water and say, I'm a Satyugi soul. Satyugi means the Swarnim Bharat, not Kali Yuga energy. I'm always happy and healthy. I am the power which empowers people. 2 seconds, have your glass of water, you've changed the energy. We are the culture who knows. Take water like this, say high energy words, sprinkle it on the food, energize the food, sprinkle it in the room, change the vibration of the room. So let's convert our food to prasad, let's convert our water to amrit. It will become very easy to become divinity here. Divinity here. But for that, experiment with a plant-based diet. Plant-based diet. An animal product is radiating with vibrations of pain, fear, helplessness, hurt, violence, and death. Death cannot give health. Death cannot give health. It can give proteins, but it cannot give health. So let's take care of our sleep, let's take care of the food we eat, and let's take care of the mind, and together it's very easy to create Swarnim Bharat. We are the country who has the tools, and very soon the rest of the world is going to look this side for these tools, but we can share with them the tools only when we have made them our. So let's take our Sanskriti and make them our sanskar, which means our way of living and our way of working, and very soon Swarnim Bharat is certain. It is certain, there is no doubt about it. 1 minute silence. Whenever you begin a meeting, if you begin a meeting with a minute of silence, and you just create 2-3 thoughts, which is the intention for the meeting. Collective energy of everyone creating the same thought will change the vibration of the meeting. It will change how people will interact with each other in the meeting. It will change the outcome of the meeting, and most important, it will change the duration of the meeting. It will happen much faster. So again, the center of the forehead, either point of light, and just gently repeat, I am powerful. Powerful means I respond in every situation. I am peaceful. I'm always happy. The wealth I earn coming at the highest vibration. The food and water, the purest vibration. And my mind radiating at the highest energy of divinity. I am the creator of Swarnim Bharat. Shanti.
Thank you, Sister Shivani, for a soulful beginning to our conclave. Thank you, Mr. Dempo.
Thank you, Sister Shivani, for, I don't know what to call it. It was truly mesmerizing, deeply impactful, heartwarming. We are full of, at AIMA, we are full of gratitude for you to come and bless us this morning, and that too in our first session. In the interest of time, I would say that we are unable to take questions, but there's a lot we learned in the 45 minutes that we spent with you. And I would truly say that all of us here should commit to ourselves more than you of creating that inner harmony in our mind so that the word stress disappears from our lives forever. And yes, as you said, we have a true responsibility towards our future generations. So we need to act now. With these few words, once again, a big thank you from our bottom of hearts for having and come and spend time with AIMA. Thank you.